Let's go through all of the changes in the new MW2 update, plus a very interesting Treyarch response regarding MW2 multiplayer right now. Be sure to subscribe for more update videos like this, and when I upload this video, I'll be doing my first stream over on Kick. I'll be playing with you guys during these streams. It should be a ton of fun. Be sure to follow me there. The links will be down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But first, for the update here, we have some more general stability fixes, which is always good to see, of course. This update contains fixes for a number of known crashes. The game, again, as I've been saying, has been a lot better in terms of stability. When the game first came out, we had crashes so often, especially on PC. I think now, for the most part, it's been a lot better. Now, it should be like this at the launch of the game. The game should start off running smoothly, but at least we're here in March, almost April, and it's finally at a pretty good point there, which is good to see. For more updates here in Ranked, players that don't immediately transition to spectating after being eliminated will now notice their point of view fade to black until they begin spectating, so that's good for Ranked play, of course. Now, some important bug fixes here. Fix an issue preventing some camo mission completion splashes from triggering upon mission completion. That's very important, and I see this with other stuff as well, where I enjoy seeing something pop up on screen when I complete a challenge or get something done or unlock stuff. I feel like we saw more of that in previous CODs, so obviously that was an issue there, but I do want to see more of that for future CODs as well. Just anytime you complete something, you get a cool pop-up, just something a bit more animated and vibrant, so it makes it a little more rewarding and satisfying to complete challenges, unlock stuff, etc. Let me know down below if you agree. But fix an issue causing unintended idle operator audio to play in the pregame lobby. I was seeing that with some people as well. That's a good fix there. It's kind of annoying. Fix an issue sometimes preventing the kill cam from triggering. Fix an issue that incorrectly displayed a player's COD points balance on some tabs. Fix an issue causing some weapon icons to display incorrectly in DMZ. Fix an issue that displayed unavailable operators in the operator challenges menu. Fix an issue where previewing a weapon in the showcase could cause a black screen. Fix an exploit allowing players to leave the map on a Sheikah Island. Fix an issue causing some players to get stuck in the menu due to incorrect notifications. Fix an issue impacting challenge progress for mortar strikes. Fix some instances of menus closing unexpectedly. Fix an exploit in the Adamgrad Raid Episode 2 that allowed players to bypass part of the mission. That's very interesting. I haven't seen that. Fix an issue causing incorrect text to display in some challenge menus. Fix an issue causing some kill streaks bought from the buy station to drop under the map or behind the buy station. That's probably super annoying. And for ranked play here, fix the issue that allowed blueprints to apply weapon tuning attachments. Of course, that shouldn't be allowed. It was, of course, restricted back in March 15th, actually, 2023, of course. So that's that there. Some pretty important changes, nothing too major, but, you know, we've been seeing a lot of good updates here for MW2. Again, overall, fixing stuff expeditiously. It seems like they're fixing stuff faster and faster, which is good to see. We don't have too many long-term bugs that are apparent in the game. Let me know down below if there's other major things that still need to be fixed in the game. I feel like overall, from what I've been seeing, it's been pretty good, but let me know down below any other major changes there. Now for Treyarch's response here. This is super interesting. So over, I guess this is on Reddit, someone was replying to some thread about COD competitive stuff like that, or maybe just MW2 in general. And they said, please add Deady, which is, of course, dead silence, as a perk. It's something that we've been talking about for a while now here. And Treyarch responds with this: just to set expectations for this kind of request and others like it, we're ultimately not responsible for core gameplay mechanics in Modern Warfare 2. This kind of feedback is better shared with Infinity Ward for multiplayer. Now, of course, there's a lot of stuff you could take from this here. At first glance, you may think, okay, this is just a generic response, and they are speaking facts. Like, they're not involved with the development of the game. They just handle ranked play, how that works, the restrictions, and, you know, different stuff like that. They're not really making the game, and they can't update the game and change stuff just because they're involved with ranked play. But it's also kind of interesting because I feel like, again, this is the first time anyone from Call of Duty has really responded to this type of thing. I mean, people, especially, again, this is a pro player thing. Maybe you guys might not care about this as much, but it involves multiplayer as well. You know, this is the first time they're really responding to the need for dead silence, or the want for dead silence to be a perk, especially for competitive play. And it just goes along with the IW method now of making multiplayer, where it is a super specific way. It seems to be more towards a new type of Call of Duty audience, not the audience that played the more arcadey, fast-paced CODs in the past, but more of a, you know, mil sim type of audience. And I'm not saying that's bad overall, because I do enjoy MW2 MP, but it seems like IW is super set in making the MW2 or MW 2019 style of game, and having Dead Silence as a perk does not fit in their, idea of what a new Call of Duty should be. Again, I'm not saying that's necessarily bad. It's not what I prefer, but it's interesting to see Treyarch even respond to this here, because I think, again, for most likely, Treyarch COD 2024 will have more of a traditional style of COD MP. Not saying we're going back to BO2, but will we have Dead Silence as a perk? Almost guaranteed. If Treyarch had, at least for competitive play here, if Treyarch had the authority to add Dead Silence as a perk for MW2 ranked play and comp, they definitely would. The fact that they're even responding to this here probably shows that, yeah, like, they probably personally want to have Dead Silence as a perk. They know it's good for competitive. They know it's the right thing to do, but they're just saying, look, we can't do anything. Just go to IW. You have to, give the feedback to IW, which they know it's not going to change. So, very interesting stuff here again. Obviously, I do enjoy what IW makes in terms of Call of Duty. It's not like I don't like their games, but it is interesting to see, how Treyarch responds to this type of stuff, and how Treyarch usually gives better feedback and communication with the community about the games they're making, why they make these decisions, stuff like that. IW has been pretty good, especially with the patch notes here. I saw Lego Unlocked talking about this. I mean, they've been pretty good, giving us, multiple times a week patch notes about what they're changing in the game, what they're fixing. That is good, but what we don't see from IW is the explanation as to why this change was made. Why are things a certain way? Why are maps made this way? Why are certain gameplay features the way they are? Why is the perk system the way it is? They kind of just, adjust it accordingly as to how they want to, and they do listen to some feedback, but they don't really ever describe and communicate why they make these decisions, where I feel like Treyarch describes and communicates a lot better as to what was the core reason to make this change, to have this new feature. They seem to do that a lot better, which I personally appreciate a lot. So hopefully we get more of that in the future. Maybe not, we'll see. But again, I think Treyarch probably is making a pretty solid game. They're looking at the feedback from, what we're seeing with Vanguard, MW2 now, and I think they're going to make a pretty solid game here. So again, that's in the future, 2024, of course. We have a whole nother game for this year as well we have to get through, which I think could be pretty good. I'm definitely personally excited to see what Treyarch's going to do for their, new Black Ops game in 2024. So that's that there. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Now, lastly, for some COD comp news here, this is so exciting. We have a Vegas Legion announcing Standy, which is so hype. So of course, if you guys don't know, Standy was formerly on Toronto Ultra. He got dropped a day into the Major 3 split. He got replaced for Hixie on the team, which I actually had Standy for my Breaking Points fantasy roster. I don't know if you guys do that, but I had him. I got Hixie instead. It turned out to be pretty well. I mean, they won the Major. I didn't really get a lot of points from Hixie, but regardless, like, I was a Standy fan. I just like him as a player. As a guy, I watch his streams sometimes. He just seems pretty cool. So I'm glad he's back in the league here. I'm glad he's on Vegas. Too Real, of course, was dropped from Vegas. I thought he was okay, but, Standy, of course, if you see him as an unrestricted free agent, you want to pick him up. And I think this makes Vegas a much better team here. I already thought they had some pretty good upset potential. Obviously, they beat Thieves in a crazy fashion at the Optic Texas Major. They got top 6, which is really good for them, honestly. I think now Vegas could really upset some teams here and maybe get 4th place, a top 4 finish. I don't think they could get higher than 4th place right now, but I think they could get there. They could get at least another top 6, maybe top 4, especially if they get into winner's bracket for the split here for Major 4. I think it's very possible. Standy here, Playster playing well, Temp playing well, and TJ playing well in S&D, hopefully stepping it up in Respawn. If TJ steps it up in Respawn, Vegas, is a solid team. So I'm excited. I've always been a Vegas Paris fan. I just like the underdogs. I've always liked Temp as well, and I feel like I want to see him win an event this game or very soon. I mean, I think he's won in the past, but I want to see him get more chips. I feel like he's a really solid player. He deserves more wins there. So we'll see what happens here. I'm excited for this. Let me know down below if you're going to be watching this Major 4 split here, what teams you want to win, succeed, etc. Let me know down below. But overall, that's it here for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more commentary videos like this. Again, join the Discord down below to play with me on stream. Follow me on Kick as well for some more live streams. Should be streaming right now. Be sure to check out my partner Apex Gaming PCs. A bunch of great customizable PCs over there. Use code MATTERS for a discount. Links are down below. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.